think every body is beautiful. It can just be a matter of finding the best way to accentuate your particular beauty. Welcome to Tingledom. Hello, Laura. Oh, so glad to get started on our fashion journey together. Today is shape analysis. It's a bit of a toss-up whether you should start with color analysis or shape analysis. And so I've gone with body shape analysis. It's really helpful for helping you figure out what pieces of clothing will really help accentuate your silhouette. So I'll just show you. These are the 5 body shapes. We have the rectangle, apple, hourglass, pear, and inverted triangle. And there are more detailed versions of this, but to start off with, I just like to get a feel for them. And so the differences between each of these shapes is purely based on the ratio between the bust or shoulders, the waist, and the hip measurements. So to figure out what you are, I'll just need to use my handy dandy measuring tape. So I'm just going to start off with the bust measurement. So if you can just lift up your arms while I get under here. Yep, and just around. Now you can put your arms down. We just want a resting measurement. Great. Okay, let's just write this down. Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Put your arms down. Okay, now I'm just gonna reach around. I actually always hated getting measured as a child, so I try to be pretty gentle with it and try not to touch you too much. I know it could be a little uncomfortable, but we just need to get the measurement there. There's the waist. You have a beautiful defined waist. Definitely want to flaunt that. And then let's just go around the hips. Okay. So with those measurements, that makes you the pear body shape. So the pear body shape is characterized primarily by a wider hip ratio than a hip measurement than the bust and the shoulders, and combined with a defined waist, which you definitely have. All body shapes are beautiful, in my opinion. Pear is very gorgeous. When we get to your pear celebrities, you'll know a bit more what I mean. So just a good resource for you as a reference to remember some of this information and delve a bit more into it is the conceptwardrobe.com. I've learned a lot from them, so very good. So, pear shape, these are the ways you know you're the pear shape. Obviously, your measurements tell us that, but when you notice other pears, you may also notice slim arms and a little bit slighter shoulders than other silhouettes. Often, pears report weight gain being first noticed in the hip and thigh area or the lower stomach. So not really right at the midriff, but yeah, that lower area. So with any sort of aesthetic advice, let me just add the caveat that the number one thing that you should do is what you want to. If you think it looks good, that's the number one thing. If you're happy, if you care more about being comfortable, whatever, you're the boss, you decide. I don't subscribe to the whole idea of fashion sins and the like. That being said, some people do find it helpful to get advice on how to maximize their best features and bring balance to the silhouette. So with a pear shape, so with your gorgeous body shape, you have that beautiful waist and gorgeous hips as well, but it can be easy for your upper half to get lost a bit because of that imbalance. In order to help people see your full silhouette, your full beautiful body, usually what we want to do is emphasize the top area because your hips will draw attention all on their own. So the easiest way to do this usually is to create the sense of volume in the upper half or more embellishments. So structured shoulders are a very nice option. The 80s were very kind to pears. Yeah, shoulder pads. If you want to rock them nowadays, wear them. Another thing that's helpful is a nice push-up bra to lift up the chest. Just brings up a bit of height, draws attention there. Also look great with bright colors on the upper body. This will again help draw the eye upward. And this is my number one desire with that gorgeous waist you have. Fitted clothes are your friends, particularly in the top, cinching in at the waist and just drawing attention to that gorgeous feature. Why wouldn't you want to highlight that? So another way to help balance out the silhouette is to wear layers towards the top. So wearing scarves or just other pieces at the top, multiple layers on this top half will really serve you well. And so combined with that use of bright colors towards the top, you're going to be better if you have darker colors towards the bottom. So it'll help to de-emphasize. As I said, this is a very striking feature, and if you have something that's so striking, by drawing too much attention to it, it makes it the only thing that the eyes see, rather than seeing your fully gorgeous silhouette. So it's best to keep the lower body uncluttered and quite clean. So for what you'll want to avoid, and I always like to add the caveat with my avoid suggestions, that this is simply to improve the aesthetic. If you want to break these rules, go ahead. There are no fashion bullies. There's no one who is going to tell you you're doing the wrong thing. It's more so just things that might help you think, oh, maybe that's why that I don't feel like I look good when I'm in that. It's more to help you in that way. So you can avoid boxy tops that really just flatten out that waist and don't show off that gorgeous definition that you have. Big mistake. You'll also want to avoid skinny or tight pants on the bottom half or shorts. These will draw attention to your wide hips, and as I said, just you don't want to draw too much attention unless you've really counterbalanced it with the top. So it's all about balancing the whole silhouette, so it really is about an outfit and not just one particular item of clothing. You'll also want to avoid embellishment on the bottoms. All of your embellishment belongs right here, close to your neck, close to your shoulders, and face. Best place. And along with that, you want to avoid detailed patterns, pockets on your thigh and hip area, and belts. Bring that belt right up to your waist, cinch it in there, show off that waist. On the hips, it's not going to be as flattering. So now, do you want to know who the Pear celebrities are? We have Kim Kardashian with those wide hips that broke the internet. So, gorgeous woman. We have Rihanna, Beyonce, and Jennifer Lopez. If you think about their silhouettes, you can really see that pear shape there. And so one of the most helpful things in figuring out what might look good is to look up these celebrities, see what they wear, see what you think looks good on them, see what you think doesn't, and then you can adapt that to your own style as well. So now we'll get into a bit more specifics about necklines, sleeves, tops, jackets, coats, and skirts. So with your necklines, you want them to be wide and relatively short. Really deep necklines draw the eye down, whereas a flat, short neckline will draw the eye up. They optically widen the shoulder area and the bust area. So good necklines for you will be a square neck, a bateau. Sabrina necklines are wonderful. And you can also sport off-the-shoulder necklines. As I said before, necklines for you were meant for embellishments. Cowl collars, really big collars, lace trims, ruffles, ties, collars with scarves. You name it. Embellishment around here really draws the eye up, and this will balance out your silhouette. Sleeves are an interesting one. So for your short sleeves, lots of embellishment and flowing and volume is great. This will help to add width to the shoulders. So flutter bell or batwing sleeves are great. But when you get to long sleeves, because when you are standing with your arms at your side, the bottom of your sleeve will be along your hip line. So you don't want big bell sleeves and hooping. You want to add width only at the shoulder and then tapering very more fitted towards the wrist. So as I said, shoulder pads are great. A nice puffed sleeve can be wonderful, or little cap sleeves can work well too. For your tops, where you want them to finish up, so on your silhouette, you don't want your tops to go beyond the hips. So you want them to stop there, or a crop top goes really nicely on a pear shape on your body. It'll look great in a crop top. As long as it's fitted, it will show off that waist. You also have a wonderful option to tuck your shirt in if your pants are high-waisted, because they'll meet right at that waist area. It'll draw attention to that gorgeous waist. Jackets. A cropped jacket is great to accentuate the waist, or you want to go mid-thigh to help elongate the body. Coats, you want to make sure you're cinching at the waist. Skirts, you like a lightly gathered skirt that goes wide at the bottom to balance out at the width at the hips. Mid or high-waisted is the perfect spot for your waistband for skirts, shorts, pants. For the skirts, you want them to be at least knee length down to mid-calf. And for dresses, you might like A-line, tulip, or empire dresses. Yeah. So I hope that's given you a little bit better idea of how to dress for your silhouette. It can be a bit to take in all at once. So, as I said, refer to that website that I gave to you, and I think that'll really help. And then what are we doing next? Oh, yes, I'm very excited. I can't